because the Kuki groups have opposed Arambai Tenggol surrender of weapons, calling it an empty gesture and a strategic move to gain sympathy and legitimacy. In a joint statement, KOTU and ITRF criticized the surrender of 256 looted weapons, arguing it only represents 5% of the 6,000 stolen from the Imphal Valley and is merely symbolic. Kuki Inpi, on the other hand, questioned governor's meeting with Arambai Tenggol, who they allege is responsible for violence against the Kukis. Let me quickly introduce my guest. I am joined by Michael Lamjathang Haukip, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, Hijang Misao, social activist, and PK Mishra, former ADG BSF. Sir, two developments have taken place. How do you describe this firing that has taken place?
You are asking me?
Yes, sir.
Karthikeya?
I'm asking you.
Okay, Karthikeya, in fact, I just found out the details. It has happened early morning at 9:30. In fact, it is towards Ukhrul from Imphal East. You go towards Ukhrul, you have Kongba Maru village, and there is a big Shiv temple there, and mostly the villagers, they go to offer prayers there. This particular temple was vandalized in May also, May 23, and it was in fact, it was not sure why it has happened even after governor's rule was promulgated, and this is the first time this vandalism has started after so many days. Law and order situation was very okay, and perhaps normalcy was coming up. But this particular incident, a lot of villagers have come to the street, and they were shouting slogans against Kukis, and they uh, they asked the government to take action against this firing which has come from Kankopi hillside. It's about 7 rounds were fired from the hillside because the eastern side of it, the Kankopi hill is there. So they fired about 7 rounds, but nice of it that not a single round could hit any person. No injury was there. But this particular firing on the hills, this has gone against the Meiteis, and the Meiteis are protesting vehemently as to why this has happened again in the same particular temple where it happened in 2023. I spoke to Imphal East today, just in the evening, and I found out that the people are really anxious to know as to what action has been taken by the security personnel to find out where from the firing came and who fired on them, and particularly on the temple. And in fact, the forces have gone up and they're trying to find out the culprits. And
Okay.
I hope they will definitely find out from which
Okay.
weapons they fired and how they fired it.
Okay. Hijang, my question to you is why are Kuki groups opposed to Arambai Tenggol giving in their weapons? What's the issue? Shouldn't that be welcomed? And how do you explain this firing that has taken place?
Well,
Misao.
Kartiki, first of all, I want to speak on the firing that's taking place today. I mean, even in some similar situation, even the security forces used to make blank fire to thwart off any kind of things that untoward incidents may be averted. For which reason, I think, I mean, if the firing is intentional and it's directed towards those innocent people, I think there might be injury. I think the whole intention might be like to avoid of any kind of untoward incidents that might happen because of those kind of things. Because as of now, it is very clear there's no semblance of peace as of now, for which the village volunteer might also be giving them signal that they should not cross certain lines so that untoward incidents may be avoided. I think that could be the reason why such things are happening today. And the second thing is like the Arambai Tenggol surrendering of the weapons, in fact, is most welcome. But I think the whole, I mean, genuineness of the surrendering is something which the Kuki group are also questioning. Now, if you look at the arms surrender, 246 arms were surrendered, and out of these 246, if you count on the looted weapons from the state armory, if we speak in percentage wise, it is only 1.75. This 1.75% of out of the 6,000 weapons looted surrender yesterday, and out of these 246, there are 110 weapons which are SBBL, which means single barrel breech loader firearms, which are not part of the state armory, and out of which 18 are locally made rifle. These are also not part of the state armory, and 5 locally made 9 mm pistol, and also 7 locally made pumpi. We call it pumpi or mortar, which is not at all part of the state armory. That's why, looking at the numbers of arms given today to the government,
Okay.
the question is like, how are these people really genuinely coming forward for peace? And now the question is, when only 100 out of 6,000 weapon loaded, if 1.75 only percentage is given, then larger numbers of the state armory are still at large.
Okay.
And that large number of weapons can also create another havoc, which are still in the hands of this Arambai Tenggol,
Okay.
for which the Kuki groups are saying that these are only, show off or empty gesture, which the government has to be very, strong when they are calling for
Okay.
return of these
Okay.
arms.
Okay.